Now this is my kitchen window. Normally there is a shuttered blind down, but you can stand behind it and you can see perfectly clear. The actions that particular day concerning Simon Williams is, what I want to describe is what I actually saw. He was in the flat above me and he repeatedly slammed the doors and was walking up and down most of the afternoon. At that time I thought he was getting restless, waiting for a drop, and nothing happened. Anyway, his actions were totally unusual. He was so lazy, he would park his car as near to the entrance to the flat, which I will show you later on. And as far as walking to the shop was about the limit of what he would actually do. But this day I saw him walk past. So there's a flat door slam on the other side of the building. He then walked down this path here. I'll pan back a bit, and there we go. He walked down this path. He then walked past here, and he went and down just where that bird's just flown off, where that bollard. By that bollard is a drain, which at the moment is covered over with grass, etc. He sat there for a while, and my first reaction was that he was perhaps waiting for a delivery, or someone was coming around the back. He then bath, and he went around there, around to the front of the building, and went back into the flat. A while later, rough time estimate maybe 15-20 minutes, I heard the door slam again, and he came along this path again and went and sat over there by that drain. Now I still couldn't understand why he was sitting in that area. By this time I was getting very annoyed. I was rather tired, was trying to have a rest, and he was making such a lot of noise running around upstairs and making telephone calls and slamming doors and running up and down. And this is in an empty flat with bare boards, which is very easy to hear. I'll show you something else. I'll just back up on the camera. Fitted on my side windows here are mirrors. So because of potential problems we had in the past, is you can look here and actually see who is at your front door. Now as you can see, the view is perfectly clear. So we'll back up from that. It's a very clear lorry wing mirror. Anyway, he then proceeded after a while to walk back to the main road. Now he used to like to park his car as near as possible to the telephone box, because we will see shortly the entrance to the flat on the other side of the building. I'll just pan back again. If you note on this mirror here, the view is excellent from that direction. Now on that particular day, because Simon Williams usually used to have his car parked in, if I go forward, about the position of where that rough piece of footpath is. But on this particular day, I'll pan back and now swing around again. He had his car with the rear end parked approximately where that road sign is. Now, I was getting rather annoyed with all the noise he was making, and is that obviously I was suspect of all his movements, what with the fraud on stairs. Now, the rear of his car would be between the telephone box and where you can see that road sign. He came out of the flat. Now, he didn't open the boot of his car. I saw him carrying a brown canvas holdall, approximately 2 foot in length, roundish shape, canvas with sort of leather straps and handles on it. Now, he walked straight past the back of his car, and I thought, oh, he's going to go into the car, but he didn't. What he actually did, if I pan back now, is instead of going and getting in his car, he actually crossed to the other side of the road onto the pavement, which I thought was curious, and he was carrying the bag. So we pan back a little bit more. He then walked along that pavement there until he was lost from my sight of vision. Now, if I pan back again, you can see the approximate view I had. Now, a short time later, I looked and the car had gone. Now, my own personal belief is he wasn't taking that package to hide it somewhere over in that scrub area, which would make no sense at all because it was quite large. But as you see when I go outside, there is another area where he could have taken it. He did receive repeated telephone calls. Whatever was in that package, I believe someone was keeping their car parked across the road at the Toby pub, and I believe, I can only say I believe, that that package was handed over to that person. We'll just have to see. Right, what we're looking at now is my kitchen window. And we're now looking over towards the drain where the knife was found. There again you'll see the mirror on my kitchen window. Also on the other side I also have a mirror fitted. Now this mirror, I'll come back, gives me access to the side road, and I kept looking to see if there was a delivery vehicle or anything there, but I never saw anything turn up at all. Simon Williams usually used to park his car at approximately here on the double yellow lines, but the police never took any notice of it. He would then usually down the side there to the flat. Now I will point out, at that time, when they took the flat over, there was a wooden door. The first thing they did was actually paint the door black so that someone standing against it couldn't really be identified. There was this security light up there which belonged to us, which someone disabled so it didn't come on, so it wouldn't light up when someone arrived at the door. You'll also notice a burglar alarm. Now, that is day and night. That is Mr. Slade's company, and that was fitted by Danny Smith. Right, we'll come back here. This is scanning the outside of the flat. It was the upstairs flat that was being used. As you can see, they have another alarm box there. It's rather strange to fit all that for a completely empty flat. Well, full stop. So we'll pan out from that, and we will go back to the main road and explain the only direction Simon Williams could have gone with that parcel. Now, as you can see, there is the entrance door. He came here, his car is parked literally a few feet back from where that van is. He then crossed the road to the other side, and then he disappeared from our field of vision. Now, the only place I believe he could have gone was to the car park of the pub, or to the pub itself, to deliver that holdall to someone. The police never found it, and I've never heard anything mentioned about it since. Also, the police will not give me my statements concerning it. I can't understand, although there's bushes there, it's not the place you sort of hide a holdall. I must admit that I didn't see him come back and leave, but the thing is that he would appear to have definitely taken that parcel across the road to someone. A check on the phone calls would show when he phoned out of the property and who to. So that's the sort of outline of Simon Williams' movements on that day. One thing I want to bring you to point is this field, which has now been cleared. At the time of the murder and after the murder, this field was absolutely thick with heavy gorse. I actually tried walking down it myself and ended up tearing a pair of jeans, etc. Now I'm going to stop this for a second. I had a couple of stone throwing incidents which don't make sense to anybody. We are now down the bottom of the field. Now this field was rough. No Saturday night yobbo was going to crawl all the way down here. As you can see, there's plenty of places to throw stones at, all the way along there. But came down to what I think they mistook as my bedroom window. If we home in there, there's a chip where a brick hit there, just narrowly missing my window. There was also if I can find it there. There was also another one was thrown in that area there. I reported the matter to the police, and all they could come up with was, oh, it was probably some yobbos, which is complete and utterly